Hello, good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here, and today I am bringing you a long overdue review of HMS Nelson. Actually, let me choose a more suitable port for her. Where you at, London? Okay, so the Nelson. I got the ship a while ago. This is, of course, a free XP ship. She costs 375,000 free XP, much cheaper than the Tier 9 free XP ship. So let me just walk you through her armor and turret layout, and then I'll get into some gameplay with me talking over it. So, of course, she is a British battleship, so she has pretty weak armor. You got 32 millimeters of armor all the way around, except in her bow, where it is a 25 millimeters thick, along with her foredeck. However, her deck back here, and even in her stern, is 25 millimeters of armor, but her midsection is 32 millimeters of armor. Taking away her outer layer, her belt armor is 356 millimeters thick, and her torpedo bulkheads are 38 millimeters thick. So, if you haven't managed to guess yet, she is not that heavily armored, and her citadel deck is 165 millimeters thick, but underneath the superstructure is only 95 millimeters thick. So, she's pretty squishy, not gonna lie. However, she is armed with 9 16-inch guns, some of the biggest guns at Tier 7, save for the Japanese battleship. I believe it is the Fuso at Tier 7. I'm sorry, not the Fuso, the Nagato. She has those nice 410 millimeter guns. So that, of course, you know, while not, she doesn't have the biggest guns at Tier 7, 16-inch guns at Tier 7, that's still pretty dang big, especially for the ships that you will be facing. So, of course, her turrets are also laid out in the ABX configuration, so they're all forward of the superstructure. However, unlike Izumo, her turret number 3 can fully, just tuck under turret number 2 and doesn't have to take the long way around. However, for some reason, turret number 2 still can't go 360 degrees. I still don't know why they can't do that. There's literally nothing in its way. So, as I've said at the start of this video, I got Nelson quite a while ago, and I played her quite a lot since then. And the main things you need to know about Nelson is that, one, she is squishy. I mean, just look how high she sits in the water. That's a huge broadside for ships to hit. Now, granted, you will be facing mostly Tier 7 and below ships, but when you get up to a Tier 9 game, it's a little bit painful, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she does have a range of 18.2 kilometers at Tier 7, that's pretty good. And while it's not fantastic by Tier 9 standards, it is enough to where you can hang in the fight. Now, she does also have the Royal Navy lull hill, so that does offset the amount of, because I mean, like, you will be HE spammed in this thing more so than in other battleships, just simply because Nelson is very much a bow tanking battleship. So when you give other battleships that profile, they're going to switch on over to HE and just burn the crap out of you. But like I said, you do get the Royal Navy lull hill, to where you can just print yourself another ship anytime you get low. So of course, with the lull hill, I would definitely recommend getting a superintendent, because you do only get 2. And you can get the premium hill, which means you can get 3, and with superintendent you can get 4. So that's 4 times you can come back from the dead in Nelson. As far as a captain build for her, I would kind of recommend I wouldn't put a whole lot of modules and captain skills into her secondaries, but maybe put a couple, because there is no turret in the back. And her secondaries have saved me a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. They have saved my bacon more than once. I mean, you get 12 152 millimeter secondaries, and then you get 6 120 millimeter secondaries. And they both have a range of 6 kilometers, so that's honestly, that's not bad for Tier 7 secondaries. But by no means is this thing a brawler. I mean, Sure, you can kind of sneak up on ships because you do have a detection range of 14.8 kilometers. If you go for the concealment skill on the captain and the concealment module, well, actually, she can't fit the concealment module. That's just with the concealment skill on the captain. No, that's not even with the concealment skill on the captain. My bad. So you can totally get this thing's detection range down to probably 12 kilometers, 13 kilometers. That's crazy. I mean, that tells you how crazy it is, because I thought I had the captain skill for concealment, but then I went checked and I don't. So you can get it down even lower than that. That's pretty crazy. So my experience with the Nelson so far, I mean, I have quite a few battles in this ship. God, I believe my first video with Nelson came out months ago. And I gotta say, she's a fun ship to play. She's really fun. You get those 16-inch guns, and man, when you catch, keep this in mind. This is British AP, so it has a shorter fuse time, but these are also 16-inch guns. So when you're in a tier 7, tier 8 game, even a tier 6, you can see keep this in mind. You can see tier 5 ships because this is a tier 7 ship, and if those lower tier cruisers show you their broadside, they're just done. They show you their broadside, you get a couple lucky shots in there, they're done. You're going to citadel them to death, or, you know, they're just going to be so wounded they're going to be out the fight for the rest of the game. So she is a very, very good cruiser punisher. And even so, against other battleships, well, no, she can't. You know, you will pin the crap out of a lot of battleships simply because you do have 16-inch guns. But of course, like I said, the British AP is kind of a, you know, give and take thing. You get the ability to just annihilate cruisers, but then you also lose the ability to just, you know, citadel battleships to death, because the fuse time is shorter. So you will get, I mean, don't get me wrong, you still will citadel battleships in this thing, trust me, but you'll just be doing it less often than you would if it was, you know, normal AP. But you'll still get great penetrations and great damage. So, not really much of a problem there. Now, she's not very fast. She goes 25 knots. I mean, by tier 7 standards, that's okay. I mean, it's faster than the American battleships at tier 7, so you're okay. Her turning radius is pretty big at 750 meters, and her rudder shift time is 14.9 seconds. So she's not too maneuverable, but she's aight. She's aight. As far as her AA goes, she does have an AA rating of 75, and no, I don't have the AA modules on her, and I do have BFT and AFT, however, because I moved one of my other captains over, and for some reason that was the build I have. Oh yeah, it was the Lion captain. I moved my Lion captain over to Nelson when I sold her, and I had an AA build on Lion. So that's with BFT and AFT. The AA is only 55, so don't depend upon this thing to be an AA barge. I mean, it'll shoot down a couple planes here and there, but it won't eat them like the rest of the British battleship line. Now, our guns do have a 30-second reload. I do have the main battery mod 2 on her, so to get her turrets to move a bit faster since she will be bow tanking so much. I just want them to be able to spin around in case something pops up on the other side of me. That's my personal setup. You can go with either the AA guns modifications or the aiming systems modifications if you want. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and swap on over to the aiming system modifications and run that on her, see how she's going to do. And like I said, this is still a learning experience for me because I have played a lot of Nelson, but I haven't played, you know, I haven't played Nelson as much as I've played like Iowa or Gneisen now. But she is one of my more played ships, and I'm still messing with her, trying to figure out what exactly to do. So overall, I would say Nelson is a pretty good buy. I mean, of course, she is a premium ship, so you do get that premium income, you get the premium camo. So, and she does a pretty good job at making some money. I mean, she's not going to be like Missouri money, but she does a pretty good job of bringing in the credits. You can take her out for an hour or so, and you'll have a nice little mountain of credits waiting for you when you get back. And that is my opinion on her so far. I mean, she is pretty fun to play, and having access to that lull hill at tier 7 is just freaking hilarious. You pop it off, and usually you get somebody say something in the chat about it. So I think she's definitely worth your free XP. And again, you don't have to go all the way up to 750,000 free XP to get her. You can get her right at 375,000, which if you run the right flags, or if you're willing to spend, I think I only spent like $30 converting XP over for her, because I don't have the time to grind out that much free XP, especially back then when I was recording. But yeah, I think she's totally worth the investment in time and or money. So if you liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. We may have reached 500 subscribers by now, because we are in the mid 490s right now in terms of subscribers. So that's pretty exciting. So again, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.